Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Last time we made it here to the Githyanki Creche, and because Lae'zel asked us to let her take the lead, we did. So she talked to the Githyanki, and they were very unhappy to find out that we were infected, but are willing to let us go to their device. Forget the term. The device that's supposed to be able to cure us, but they told us not to wander. So I'm guessing it's just straight ahead, because all the rest of these appear locked. But we're going to take the time to talk to everyone on our way.
Very well.
You may proceed.
Okay.
You may proceed to the creche.
Thank you.
Stop meddling where you aren't wanted, Zaith'isk.
Very well.
Any word on the search for the artifact, Ghustil? Loose words are food.
Okay, so everything here seems to be stealing if I was to take any of it. So we shall not.
Now we've got Zaith'isk poking around here as well as an Inquisitor.
So the Inquisitor, I'm assuming, is the Githyanki that we met earlier at the bridge with the dragon that attacked the flaming fist. That guy.
Here goes nothing.
So he's currently here, and we know he's looking for the artifact that Shadowheart's carrying. So that's a whole lot of fun to have all of that come together at the same time.
The search must be going badly.
Hush, Quanirel.
We don't know why they want the artifact, like what their side of the story is.
The Yankee are distracted enough. They don't need your interference.
The Yankee. You refer to Githyanki as Yankee? Because I've heard them usually referred to as the Gith.
What if they don't find the weapon? Do we even know it? An Zaith'isk? But you can't be here. I can't be seen with you. The Chakrai.
Quanirel, the Inquisition have more to worry about than who you talk to in the corridors.
So they have some rule that they are not allowed to talk to outsiders. That the Inquisitor is probably... He seemed very intense. So I guess if they're seen talking to us, he might just kill them or something. Inquisition, what are you talking about? I'm just looking for your captain. Intimidation, why the Inquisition here? Tell me or I'll beat it out of you. Inquisition, what are you talking about?
Our queen's eyes and ears. They're her will incarnate, and right now, they're here.
I'm just looking for your captain. I'm not going to intimidate. Though I could. But I'm not going to.
See? I told you. Nothing to worry about.
She's in her quarters, through those doors.
Through those doors. That is very informative. Could you define those? We already talked to you. Small portrait of Vlaakith. Okay. So we could get more of a view on who Vlaakith is. Or what she looks like. Hey, we can just teleport straight here into their base. That seems like a poor security feature. So how much wandering is considered wandering? Quarter Mistress. And then random Githyanki.
The captain has little patience for your kind. You'd better not waste her time.
He's the captain, the quartermaster.
Zaith'isk. You're lucky we didn't catch you outside, or you'd be in with the captain right now.
No, the quartermaster does not sound like she's the captain.
Ugh. Blood? Rust? Scar? Is there no odious substance not smeared on this delivery? I'd heard this plane was disgusting, but I didn't think it would be like this.
There must be something worthwhile on this plane, or your kind wouldn't be here. Reasonable. Get a trade, I guarantee all my stuff's spotless. Yeah, there must be something worthwhile on this plane, or you wouldn't be here.
Most metals here fold like Zaith'isk, much like Zaith'isk themselves. But if you're so keen to extol their virtues, you can pay accordingly.
Okay, so that gets us just straight to trading. Supreme healing. How about that? 10d4 plus 20. 104 gold is a lot, but... So far, all we've found are minor and greater. And she has superior and supreme. Tempted to just buy all of it. You never have too many healing potions. Bunch of arrows. I don't particularly care. Defender's Flail. Reduce incoming bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage by 1. +1 weapon and raises your AC by 1. Wow. Okay. That'd be potentially something for Shadowheart. I don't remember what she has equipped at the moment. Oh, right. No, she has her staff, which I prefer. Hand crossbow, javelin. Knife of the Undermountain King. It's a short sword. Organ Rearranger. That sounds gross. Reduce the number you need to roll. Reduce the number you need to roll a critical hit while attacking by 1. This effect can stack. When you roll 2 damage or less, re-roll the dice, taking the highest result. And then Shadow Blade. You have advantage on attack rolls against lightly or heavily obscured targets when using this blade. Okay. I mean, making crits on a 19 rather than a 20 would be really cool. I don't know how often we're attacking lightly or heavily obscured targets. But that definitely seems like a thing for Astarion. So I'm going to buy it. Just because I can. Lorethian's Wrath. Does a bit of acid... No, that's because we're looking at Astarion. And he gets the extra acid damage. So this is just a +1 with... What is this? Razor Gale. Once per short rest. Does 1d8. Probably plus strength. Bludgeoning damage +3. Maul +1. Quarterstaff +1. Rapier +1. Short bow. Witchbreaker. You gain advantage on attack rolls against concentrating creatures. Cool. When the wearer casts a spell that requires concentration, they gain 8 temporary hit points. Doom Lobber. The wearer gains a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. Daredevil Proximity. Your ranged spell attacks are made as melee spell attacks when you are adjacent to a hostile creature. This effect can be toggled off. Ooh. So that means I would no longer get the penalty for making ranged attacks while I'm in melee. As long as I'm, specifically attacking the creature I'm in melee with. And a +1 bonus to attack rolls. But I'd have to give up my bracers, which are giving me +2 AC. I don't know if I want my AC to go all the way down to 15. That seems a little rough. But that is tempting. So the wearer's dexterity score to 18. The enchantment has no effect if their dexterity score is higher without it, and gives a +1 to attack. That is also interesting. So I'm guessing Astarion already probably has an 18. Varric wouldn't, though, and that might boost his AC. But again, that's a glove slot. We have a minus 30% discount because she just hates us. Perfect. And I don't think there's any way for me to see your stats in this.
On your way, then.
Yep, thank you. We go here. You have a 14 dex. So if we boosted your dex to 18 instead, you'd get +2 to your AC at the cost of dropping your AC by 2. Fantastic.
Keep your distance.
Starian's already got an 18. He doesn't. He has a 17.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
We could give it to Shadowheart. +2, or setting her dexterity to 18 would give her +3 to AC as long as she's wearing armor that allows AC up to 4, which she doesn't right now. But ranged attacks would be better.
Action, not reaction.
No. A lot of those options seem interesting, but not
Without delay.
that necessary. A track and a lithid. Oh. Let's read that. A handwritten tome documenting various tried and tested ways to track mind flayers and the results of each endeavor. Elegant chest. Are we just outside this front entryway? We are. Where they told us not to wander. And we didn't, you know, unlock the doors to get over here. You could just walk over here. Okay. Well, that was a fun little side path. But let's keep going looking for this captain. Yankee greatsword, longsword.
I will be heard.
Another outsider. Make yourself at home. The Chirai certainly has.
What is Chirai? So I don't want to actually go to the captain's room yet. Oh, never mind.
Please, Chirai, I can explain. The latest batch of cultists knew nothing of the astral prism. They were just trying to find Moonrise. They all head there. My Gish have drafted plans to assault the tower. They are ready to fight, Chirai. We could sift the missing artifact from the tower's ashes if you would give us...
Quiet. Find the astral prism, Therazin. My patience falters.
Yes, Chirai. You heard him! Go!
Do as she says. She remains your Kithrak. For now.
What was that? Okay. So I think we did find the captain. Just tempted to reload so that we could explore the rest of this place first. Okay, so she grabbed a thing which closed up this door. I think that's what that was. Yeah, barrier disruptor. Oh, hello. Couple of giant wolves, which means... Oh, and they're eating the halflings. So Shadowheart's gonna have problems because there's wolves there. Wait, we can steal all this stuff? Are you sure? Also, did that door close behind us? It did. That's awkward.
Open up.
Let's get going.
This map is an act of improvised cartography. It highlights the areas of the Shadow-cursed lands explored by Githyanki scouts. Evidently, their forces are getting closer and closer to Moonrise Towers.
A map of the Sword Coast. My people have scouted well beyond the temple.
Githyanki orders.
Better not be cursed.
This stone disc has Githyanki runes carved into it. Below them is drawn a translation into the common tongue. Be aware. Cultists have been captured on site. Interrogations swift but effective. Search for the artifact. Thorough. Priority 1.
I'm not here. Speak to the captain. Let's see how well she handles this.
You're not here? I'm assuming... I don't know what ardent means in this case, but it looks like you are watching the captain to record how she handles her duties. Can we read this? We can read this. I'm betting she's going to talk to us before we get there. Ooh, Shadowheart made her save. Stone disc has Githyanki runes carved into it. Translation in the common tongue. Therein, it would behoove you to remember that should you or any other member of Kresh Yelik flout the new rules, this will be considered an act of treason. Do not think that I am blind to your disdain. I am our queen's eyes, and I see all. The Inquisition will proceed as planned until it is complete, and the weapon is found, as decreed by the queen to me, Inquisitor Wargaz. I still think that he's not, in fact, actually working for the queen.
Something good here, I hope.
Just the way he acts compared to all the other Githyanki feels like there's something off. Alright, let's talk to the captain. Commander, I guess, in this case. Level 6.
An Istik in my creche. You are one of the mercenaries sent to bring the weapon.
The Istik is with me, honored Kithrak.
So noted. But my question goes unanswered. Do you bring the weapon?
Yes, but I'm not going to tell you that.
Don't tell her anything.
Yeah, I think I have what you were looking for. I was granted entry by your sentries. They told me to seek the Inquisitor. I need a description of the weapon you seek. I was told to seek your infirmary. There's a Mind Flayer invasion in progress. Why is that not your priority? Sure, I have a weapon. Want to see your blood on it? I want to ask many of these. So we'll start with this one. I need a description of the weapon you seek.
It is small, angular, metal, adorned with Tirsu script, stolen by true soul heretics.
You sense Shadowheart's worry. This weapon sounds like the artifact you carry.
Well, yeah.
What was that look? You know something. Do you have it?
Of course not. Deception. I don't know anything about it. And don't ask why I'm going to have Shadowheart cast guidance on me right now in the middle of this conversation. Don't worry, it's totally fine.
Then stop wasting my time, Istik.
Hi, wolves.
You are one of the mercenaries we engaged, are you not?
I am actually not. Wow, all these are terrible. Of course, I will be back on the search immediately. What's the reward again? Or not exactly. I'm here to loot the place. What's the reward again?
A fortune in gold, vouched for by our queen herself. I have business to attend to. Return with the weapon, or do not return at all.
So, am I not able to ask her about the infirmary getting cured, etc.?
I presume you are not stupid enough to return empty-handed. So, give me the weapon, now.
Huh. So we can't ask her about getting the parasite removed. Maybe we have to talk to someone else. I've not found it yet, but I'm close. I just need more time. That's really weird that they don't allow us to tell her. But maybe I've forgotten. Maybe it was the Inquisitor I was supposed to talk to rather than the captain. Although he seems
Time is finite,
really
as is
busy.
my patience. Go!
Alright, I apologize for taking up your time.
Should mind my stab.
Alright, we've already talked to you guys. I think we talked to you as well. Let's go down this path now. Did someone just jump? So yeah, they refer to Blackith as an undead or undying queen or whatever.
This imposing portrait depicts a powerful Githyanki warrior, undeniably regal in her mien.
Vlaakith herself. She is both the sun that blinds us and the void that contains us. Praise be.
In the corner of the painting is a small symbol you can't quite place.
Study the subject's features, inspect the symbol more closely, draw a new face onto the portrait. No! No! We would get murdered by everyone. Study the subject's features.
This Githyanki looks different from the others you've seen here. The way her stark white skin stretches over her sharp features gives her a distinctly otherworldly aspect.
Alright, inspect the symbol more closely. Our intelligence is terrible, but we do get guidance. Oh, DC 21. Yikes. Yeah, there's no way we're pulling this off unless we get super lucky. That is not the kind of luck we needed. Not a big surprise.
As hard as you rack your brain, the symbol doesn't look like anything you've seen before.
Lae'zel, let's have you look at the picture and see what you see.
You stand before a truly resplendent portrait of Queen Vlaakith in all her glory. In the corner of the painting is a small symbol you can't quite place.
I do love how this game gives different narration depending on the character. It's very well done. Gaze upon Vlaakith's regal countenance.
That face, that expression, brimming with might and glory. Her power and beauty are beyond words.
Inspect the symbol more closely. DC 14. Okay, that's a lot more possible. And we could use our knowledge intelligence for the day. Just to boost all of our intelligence skills for the rest of the day. I think that's how this works. Gain proficiency in Arcana, History, Investigation, Nature, and Religion until long rest. Yeah. Why not? Ugh. Did you really just botch this? Come on. I don't want to use my last inspiration on this.
As hard as you rack your brain, the symbol doesn't look like anything you've seen before.
And the idea of having Lae'zel draw a new face onto the portrait would be so out of character. Well, it looks like I can have everyone give a shot at this, which is odd.
This imposing portrait depicts a powerful Githyanki warrior, undeniably regal in her mien.
Vlaakith herself. She is both the...
In the corner
we heard.
of the painting is a small symbol you can't quite place.
Alright, Shadowheart, make your history check. So you're back to a DC of 21, which is really not good. But you do have a +3. There we go. If everyone takes a shot, eventually someone's bound to succeed, right?
You recall stories of a prince riding a comet just like this one. With sudden clarity, you realize it's the symbol of Orpheus, a forgotten hero from the tales of your youth.
The sign of Orpheus? Blasphemy! Would I could quarter the Vandal myself.
Interesting. So someone here, or at least someone who has been here, worships Orpheus rather than Vlaakith. Because they were both, to my memory of the fable that we read, that's probably more truth than Lae'zel wants to admit. I think Vlaakith and Orpheus were siblings, both children of Gith. And Orpheus was the eldest and the one that was supposed to inherit. But Vlaakith claimed that Gith specifically told her that she was supposed to rule instead. Something to that effect.
Time to press ahead.
And so all of the Githyanki that follow Blackith now believe that story, that Orpheus is the liar and that Blackith was telling the truth, because that's what their society is built on.
Look, I don't have time to talk to you, Istik. This place isn't going to clean itself.
Oh, you're a janitor. Okay. What do we have over here? Oh.
This one's gonna be good.
A bunch of children practicing their psionics. So is this like a school?
Watch this, Rajak! If I'm seen speaking with an Istik, Captain Therazin will never let me join the patrol.
Okay.
Istik, are you supposed to be here? Maybe I should report you to the Savage.
I'm pretty sure no one has told me I'm not supposed to be here, therefore I think I'm fine.
I've not met an Istik before. Do you all look like that?
Do we all look like Dragonborn? No.
Focus! Not now, Kachuki! We're busy!
What's in the chest? It's making awful noise. You should stop doing that, it's not nice. Looks like fun, can I play? What's in the chest?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I mean, yeah, that's why I asked. Whatever it is, I think you should stop. It's clearly not having a good time.
No.
Yes, stop it. Let that thing out. You won't stop, then I want in. How do I play? No, I'm gonna demand that you let out whatever it is. Let that thing out.
Nah, we're having fun.
Intimidation. Look here, you. I said stop. DC 10. I can intimidate a child. Unless I roll terribly. There we go. Yeah. Fear me, children.
Fine. If you're going to be a big baby about it. A big, ugly baby.
I'm wondering if it's another
Open it up, then.
Githyanki child.
Yours.
Are we gonna get in trouble for opening this?
Close. Oh, for a skeleton key.
Is that crying sound coming from the chest? Because if so, then there definitely is a child inside of it, and they were just chucking it around, which is so bad. Okay. Okay, they're all yellow, which means they're not attacking us. Oh. It's a Grimishka. Okay. Alright, do you get sneak attack? No. So let's
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
move Varric into melee.
The dance macabre.
Oh right, I was going to look at that dagger, or short sword, and I never did. Which now feels a touch foolish. That attack is terrible. Probably because of the mirror image. You're welcome, everyone. We dealt with your problem.
I've got a long road ahead.
What else do we have in the chest? Nothing. It was literally just that creature. Well,
moving in.
We definitely did a thing.
I have something to ask.
Must be nice to wander about wherever you want.
He's the one we already talked to. There was someone over here that we hadn't talked to yet. Thought. Unless that was him and he just wandered over. We've got a door over there. And then a section here.
Bunks look entirely too soft for my liking.
Ghustil Stornagos employs some intensive methods for a healer.
Oh, are we at the healing location?
What business have you in a crash dormitory, Istik? Move along.
I'm looking for a healer. He mentioned something about healing. Okay, we've got an ardent sleeping. Don't suppose you're going to get super pissed if I talk to you.
That they let outsiders into the creche sets a bad precedent.
Alright. And then you just go straight back to sleep.
Let's see.
Ooh, this is the creche infirmary. Brilliant. Let's check that out later.
Let's have a look.
Yeah? Huh, we can actually loot all this stuff. I just expect everything to be stealing, and when it's not, weird.
More for me.
Anyway, where have we not been yet? We haven't been through this door. I have 7 sorcery points. Wow, because we just leveled up in the last level. So I'm not used to having...
Too empty. I'd expect to see 15 eggs at the very least.
Okay, so there are less eggs than there should be. That's interesting to know. This message has been scribed in the common tongue. Koku, a new batch is arriving soon. If you are still holding out hope for the hatchling of that final egg, give up. If it can't hatch on its own, it's not worthy of joining our ranks. Destroy it and move on. There is in. So this is where the egg would be that we were supposed to steal for... for the Lady Esther. This is acid. Wow. And that's gotta be our Githyanki egg. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's just traps everywhere.
Istik are permitted to view the birthing pools now. These are strange times. Step carefully while here. Our hatchery is protected by lethal safeguards. I do not wish to pick your remains from them.
I thought our hatchery would have more eggs. You could point out the traps, I'd definitely avoid them then. No, I thought there'd be more eggs.
Most are hatched. Only one remains, monitored by Varsh Koku, the caretaker of our young. You may speak to the Varsh if you wish, but stay away from the egg. There will be no second warning.
Well, we don't need the egg.
Please come out.
But I suppose if we get into a fight with these guys and kill them all, we might pick up the egg. So if we wanted to talk to this Varsh, probably here jumping along those paths would be the way to go.
Traps. How considerate.
So we saw a trap here. We don't know of a trap over here. Alright, no perception checks. Good. There is a kobold scout there that I would love to loot, but I can't think of a good way to pull it off. without walking through the acid, which I don't want to do. Oh dear. No, no, dude. Lae'zel. Lae'zel. I spotted the trap, and then Lae'zel jumped directly onto it. Alright, Astarion.
Don't touch me.
Can you get out of there? Rather than just continuing to stand in acid. Hello? Please jump. You're just not going to? He thinks he needs to stand there to make the jump. But then he refused to actually jump. Maybe you guys are in the way.
Looking ahead.
I wonder what the next move is.
There's definitely a trap there that you've all failed to spot. Seriously, Astarion. Go. No, no, no. Oh, you are so dumb. I can't jump onto these. He has to jump up here. Please. If I have you jump... I wonder if the game just glitched again like it did, I don't know, a dozen episodes ago or something when Astarion was locked into an animation. I couldn't do anything until I closed the game. I'm gonna give it a shot. Hey. Just loaded in and Astarion automatically started up here, so I'm assuming that means he's allowed to jump now. Perfect.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Alright, regroup everyone. We want Astarion to give a look over here, if possible.
Keep a blade close.
Unfortunately, he's taken tons of acid damage because he kept forgetting how to walk. Oh, we've all failed. Yikes. That means there's a trap somewhere here that we know of, but we have not spotted it. I'm gonna hope it's not on the edge. So far, so good. Okay. Not getting out their perception checks.
Whatever comes, I'm ready. I must keep going. Eager for battle.
Lae'zel. Same thing.
An efficient path.
So, you're the one in charge of the eggs. You're just another raider around here. Okay.
What now?
Astarion, you also jump over to here. Okay. There's a trap probably in here somewhere based on our failed perceptions, but I don't know where. Hello, Varsh.
You can tell Kithrak Therazin that my position has not changed. The egg requires more time. Furthermore... I was not expecting an Istik. What brings you to my hatchery?
Curiosity, mainly. I heard that you're waiting for one last egg to hatch. You mistook me for someone. Who were you expecting? I came here to steal an egg. Just flat out say it. I heard you were waiting for one last egg to hatch.
Failure at the first hurdle of existence. Most caretakers would crush it and be done.
Most caretakers would not give the child its fair chance. But I shall. There could be greatness in that shell.
You note that the hope in his voice is tinged with weariness. It's the voice of a man who's fought the inevitable for a long time.
Seems like an awful lot of fuss for one egg. What will happen to the egg if it doesn't hatch? Why do you care so much about one dud egg? Yes, persuasion. Why do you care about this egg? in particular.
Not all that arrive late are weak. I created this entire hatchery, despite being the last of my clutch to hatch.
There it is.
They almost drowned me in the hatching pool. If it wasn't for the varsh of my clutch. This one deserves the same chance.
So... yeah, he was also last of his clutch. So I guess the question would be, is he strong? Because if he's also weaker than all the others, which is why he's here rather than raiding, we don't know that. But then maybe there is some truth to the fact that it being the last one means it's going to be weak. Couldn't I just ask him to give me the egg? Let me help, I can take it somewhere safe. I'm betting that is a hard roll. I don't even know why I want to get the Yankee egg, but now that it's a possibility, I kind of want it. Although, so help me if it shows up as a food item like the owlbear egg. I hope not. Let me help. I think I can take it somewhere safe. Only a DC 16. We're probably going to pull this off. Yeah. I wonder if he'll actually say yes. Because that would just be crazy.
You? What do you know about Githyanki child rearing? Still, the captain's due for an inspection any day now. And if she sees it here... Tell me, what will you do with it if I entrust it to you?
I'll raise it as if it were my own flesh and blood. I'll make it the best omelet you've ever tasted. Dude, I'll find another creche, one that's more forgiving. Depends, how much do you think these things will sell for? I don't know what he would like to hear. I mean, definitely, obviously not the omelet or selling it. Finding another creche is probably what he would prefer over an Istik raising it as their own flesh and blood. I was hoping I could have an option of saying, you know, Lae'zel will raise it or something. Like, I have my own Githyanki who will take care of it. But that's not an option. Because he cares about this egg, so he might like the idea of raising it as our own flesh and blood, as someone who also would care about it. But just the fact that we aren't Gith, we're an Istik, might mean he hates this choice. But I'm gonna go with it. I'll raise it as my own.
That's what I feared. Still, I'm sure its nature will pervade, even if raised among lesser species.
Yeah, so he would have preferred the creche.
I can no longer ignore that Kithrak Thurizen's patience has its limits. Very well. Here. Take these. They will aid your approach to the egg.
Varsh Koku's boots. I wish this also listed other people's things that they say. We can see our own characters when they talk. But he's still chatting about random things, and we're missing some of it. Okay. Knife of the Undermountain King. Snatched from the realm of the Mad Wizard, Alastair Blackcloak. This knife became a prized keepsake of a Dwergar king. Cool. That is 100% for Astarion. And I think we will actually switch out the short sword of First Blood with its conditional D8 for this. (8 to 23, 9 to 17). This does do less max damage, but the higher crit chance, better damage dice rolls because of re-rolling them, and whatever it means to get advantage on attack rolls against lightly and heavily obscured targets, I think is all good. Also, that looks cool. And now he's got 2 very unique special weapons. Right, going back to ourselves. We gained some boots from him. My inventory is so full. Acidic surfaces don't affect you. You are resistant to acid damage. Can't be enwebbed, entangled, or ensnared. Can't slip on ice or grease. Probably long term I'm going to want to keep those rather than just resistant to acid. Okay, we've got some more mines over there. Did he point out all the mines? Oh, he must have. Because suddenly we can see them. Are there others hiding down here that I'm not seeing? I don't think so. Alright, we are going to split the team because the rest of you can't walk through acid.
Can't slow down.
Investigation failed. What were you trying to investigate? Okay, that's not a thing. Let's have you hop. I probably should have given the boots to Lae'zel.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Yeah. I'm not going to keep trying this. We're going to give the boots to Lae'zel. She has a much better jump. Makes more sense for her to be collecting the egg. Yeah. This is just a dumb idea to have Varric do that. So Lae'zel, you have the speedy Lightfoot, so when you dash, you get lightning charges. And then this can theoretically help with that. Neither of which really matters. Like, you dash so little. So maybe it would be smarter to make her resistant to acid. And then get something else with our gloves. Where deals an additional D4 with throw attacks? No. We've got lots of boots. No other gloves. Okay. Lae'zel.
Proceeding.
Varric, move out of the way, please.
Eager for battle.
Can you just jump here? Yes. Okay. Your investigation also failed.
Entirely too empty. I'd expect to see 15 eggs at the very least.
Yeah, you said that earlier.
A trap. Just as I expected.
Perception failed. Alright, well, grab the egg.
Fine Githyanki egg. At least on the outside. You can see a vague outline of something within it.
I suspect the something within it is a Githyanki child. Reach out and touch the egg. Pick it up gingerly and stow it in your pack. Yes, reach out and touch the egg.
The egg is warm to the touch. The rough shell like slate beneath your fingers. Whatever is within is stirring ever so slightly.
Alright, put it in your pack. Otherworldly miasma. Alien fumes have hardened this Githyanki's skin. It is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Huh. I don't know what that all means. Let's get you back to the group. She's now got a conversation topic. I'm wondering if she has anything to say to this guy as well, before we talk as a group.
You've caught the egg, haven't you? Be on your way then. before I change my mind.
Okay. Simple enough.
Have a lot on my mind.
Varric.
Well, in it.
Get over here, Lae'zel.
An unhatched Githyanki egg should be the burden of a Vash, not a warrior, whether ascended or otherwise. And yet, I'm drawn to the warmth of it. A child of Gith and a servant of Vlaakith grows within. Keep it close. Perhaps in our care, it might yet hatch.
I mean...
Don't you dare pass it to that lunatic woman prowling the mountain pass.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna keep it. I don't think... At least I hope it doesn't hatch anytime soon. We are not in a position to be raising a child at the moment. We've got our own problems to deal with. Jump over here, make sure we avoid that nonsense. And Astarion, are you going to be willing to follow? Not looking good. Are you guys standing in the acid? I guess Lae'zel can just walk through the acid just fine. And Astarion is in fact being dumb. Oh, let's split the group so no one tries to jump over to him.
Let's go.
Please tell me you didn't break. Okay, good. He's just choosing not to follow to drive me insane. Gotcha.
What to do? Best be on my way.
Well, awesome. We have acquired a Githyanki egg. For whatever value that is. We still haven't moved up the center path yet. And then we'll want to go check out the infirmary. So this way. A classroom.
What's up for discussion?
Are you here to learn from our Savage? He's so powerful and wise. No wonder Vlaakith put such faith in him.
I will keep him in mind. Is he just kicking this youth?
When you have a chance to kill your enemy, you take it.
I'd already disarmed her.
Stupid Val! Why didn't you just kill me? The Savage will make our lives miserable.
You wanted someone to kill you? Wait, were they training? He had disarmed her.
Tadpole has already addled your brain. Is that it?
My brain is fine.
But chose not to go for the kill. Because
Insufferable whining.
you're friends? Allies?
Your disobedience
Weird.
brings shame on Crest Yellow.
We're not skiving. We're just waiting for our lesson to start.
Stop distracting me, Ystik. I'm missing the lesson.
Lesson is just a dude kicking a kid.
Are you here to see the Savage?
Apparently.
He's over there, but he's in a bad mood.
Alright, let's continue walking around and try talking to these people before we talk to the Savage.
Is that it?
My brain is fine.
April!
Come to join in the fun? Wait your turn. If anyone's beating up Val next, it's me.
Dude. Guys.
Shame on Crest Yellow.
Notes of the Mind Flayer anatomy.
I'm sorry, Savage.
Insights gleaned from research. Mind Flayers must consume the brains of humanoids in order to stay alive. It is said that the act of devouring a humanoid brain results in a state of euphoria and contributes to the thin glaze of mucus that coats the Mind Flayer's skin. Some researchers go so far as to claim that it is possible to deduce how recently another Mind Flayer is fed, and indeed the health of its victim, from the viscosity of that mucus. Little is known about what a Mind Flayer's brain contains. Some have argued that their skulls are filled with eggs that will later become tadpoles with which they enthrall their victims. Others propose the brain is in fact a cluster of pure cerebral nerves. Since Mind Flayers procreate by tadpoling humanoids, they technically have no need of genitals, but I have been unable to verify this in the absence of any written record.
I'm sorry, Savage.
Varl's so weird. Why doesn't he fight back?
That is weird. Alright, let's step in and we're probably going to talk to these guys.
Kachuki! We are training to fight Gake. You think they will hesitate?
They won't need to if we keep killing each other for them. It's stupid. Orphe...
Silence!
Oh.
It seems your childish prattling is attracting an audience. You fight again. This time, daggers only. And to the death, as instructed. Who wants to challenge this sniveling Istark?
So he was saying something about Orpheus. So this boy... Yeah, I wonder if this boy is a worshipper of Orpheus rather than Blackith. Which is interesting. So we can offer to fight the boy ourselves, watch what happens, which is probably the boy getting killed, because I think he's down to 3 hit points. I think is what I saw vaguely. Killing your own soldiers is an odd strategy for winning a war. Or persuasion, leave the boy alone, you've made your point. I mean, I could do the persuasion, and we would succeed. I guess they're probably not going to let me do multiple choices, so... I'm going to go with the persuasion, but I do like the third line. Killing your own soldiers is an odd strategy for winning a war. But I'd rather... I suspect I will have more success with the persuasion. Leave the boy alone, you've made your point. 21 though. Nope, we're still good.
I suppose your inane spewings have distracted enough from my lesson. Go wet the swords. I want them sharp enough to peel a Gake's eyeball just by looking at them.
Huh.
I hope you prove as weak as this should we meet on the battlefield, Istik.
Hey, I saved a random child from death. Which kid were you?
Well on your way to being Gake food. Do better.
Not you. You. You were saying something about Orpheus.
That was amazing. I've never seen someone talk the Savage down from a rage like that. He's always telling us how we have to be ruthless, that death is the only mercy we deliver. But you showed compassion and kindness. You're just like...
Orpheus? Yeah.
Never mind.
I mean, if you keep focusing on Orpheus and talking about him, you're gonna get killed. Next time I won't be there to intervene, tread carefully. Compassion, kindness, I did it for the gold, now pay up. Persuasion, just like who? If there's a like-minded soul here, I'd love to meet them. Or just straight up detect his thoughts. We're probably gonna fail to detect thoughts. So, we'll just persuade him. We've got a plus 11 to 14, if I'm counting correctly. Yeah, on a DC 14. As long as we don't super botch it. $27.
I speak of Orpheus, the true prince.
Dude.
He's so strong and wise, and he rides a comet. A comet! We're forbidden to talk about him. They say Vlaakith knows if you even think his name. I found his book. Part of it, anyway. I read it all the time. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, you're gonna get killed. Where'd you get this book? Can I have it? Show him the chapter you found. Yes. Comment, you say, like the one drawn on the portrait of Blackith? Or do others here read these Orpheus stories? we will show him the chapter we found.
What is it? Is this another part of the book?
Are you mad? This legend is a heresy to my queen. Merely uttering his name is enough to tempt a violent fate.
These words. There's so much more to know about him. I can't believe it. Please, let me give you the fragment I have.
Oh. I assumed you'd want the fragment we have.
Ghustil. Razerai ka tavkin crushed.
I don't know what any of that meant, but you're welcome. Anything further?
Can't say anymore. The Savage might hear. Now, please, let me finish my work.
Yes. So he gave us his book, he was saying. It's got to be hidden in here somewhere. Yes, Orpheus. I don't know which of these is the new one. So we've got part 1, betrayal, and then part 2, sacrifice. Orpheus, Prince of the Comet. Praise be to Mother Gith, Queen of the One Sky. So it was that we were freed from Gake shackles and turned our blades on each other. The heavens were shattered, and one great empire was divided in two. Gith traveled to the Hells to broker help for her people, her cause. Blackith, would you have you believe, Mother Gith proclaimed her our queen. Lies. Blackith sacrificed the Great Mother to Tiamat. The price for the dragons our Kithraki now ride. Oh, dude. Blackith sacrificed Gith, their queen, to Tiamat, the dragon god, evil dragon god, so that they have red dragons. That's how they got red dragons to ride. But Gith had nurtured a son, Orpheus, Prince of the Comet, the true heir. He knew Blackith's treachery, knew his mother's sacrifice. He rallied Gith's honor guard and declared the throne for himself. The War of the Comet had begun. And then part 2. The Prince of the Comet, Orpheus himself, led his honor guard into battle. The red dragons bellowed with righteous anger, and the heavens erupted. They're red dragons? So Orpheus also had red dragons? Why would Orpheus have red dragons if the red dragons are bound to Blackith because Blackith sacrificed Gith to Tiamat? That feels like a hole in the story. The glorious prince cried to all who could hear him, "Praise be to my mother Gith, the queen of the one sky, sacrificed to the hells by the renegade Blackith." But the true heir, the Prince of the Comet, could not overcome Blackith's knights and their ill-gotten worms. Mighty Voss, Ghustil Kithrak, lit the astral sky aflame. When the ash had cleared, beloved Orpheus was gone. Discover the history of Prince Orpheus. Cipher books about Orpheus. We read a forbidden book about a certain Prince Orpheus. He seems to be a challenger to the Queen Blackith and the son of Gith, the one who freed the Githyanki from the mind flayers. We read a book about the lost Prince Orpheus. It claims that Blackith is not the true queen of the Githyanki and that Prince Orpheus is the true heir. Something to keep in mind.
Unless you want to be set up as target practice, I suggest you leave, Istik.
So mean, but not unexpected. Okay, that's all stealing. Well, that's super cool that we got that extra book just by talking to that guy. Let's see. Talk to the captain. That's nothing, apparently. Alright, this way to the infirmary. So let's try seeing if we can get ourselves healed. My guess is no. I have strong suspicions that's not going to work out for us. Infirmary is above us? Alright, what do we have here? Ghustil research notes. Parasite specimen. Parasite specimen. Oh, those are more mind flayer parasites that we could steal and use.
Trust no one. Yes, let's.
A parasite, brimming with magic. Take it.
Yes, that's what I was planning. Do a quick save. Go into stealth mode. It's not saying anyone's spotting us. Let's keep an eye on that guy. Oh, you've got another specimen right there? Alright, unstealth. Regroup up.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Now, can we read this?
Better not be cursed.
Massive compendium of notes documenting with clinical precision the dissection of over 200 elithid parasites recorded in the common tongue. Sample 231, observations, external presentation consistent with previous samples, but intestinal coloration is not. Internal fluids also appear discolored and infused with some sort of powerful magic. Magic type and purpose currently unknown. Notes, I need to spend some time reading about the magic in this land. My studies into Narath, extensive as they are, do not cover whatever this magic is. These parasites are unusual. I will need to retrieve similarly unusual samples in order to deduce a pattern. Well, your pattern is probably difficult to find since a couple of your samples wandered off. So I was confused about whether what we were looking for was a Ghustil or a Zaith'isk. And apparently, the reason for my confusion is their doctor, or healer or whatever, is called a Ghustil, and the Zaith'isk is their device that cures infected people. So that's the distinction between the two terms. What do you think the chances are that we could summon Mage Hand and just steal it from out in front of him? Or her? Probably unlikely. Well, I'm going to investigate the Zaith'isk before we talk to you. Because I'm curious.
What are you doing?
Okay.
The Zaith'isk is not a child's plaything. If you require its services, speak to me. Otherwise, leave.
Very well.
Well, I guess that answers that. Hello.
A parasite. Take it. It might be useful.
You were interested in the Zaith'isk. Do you have a question? Or are you just going to stand there, gawking?
I am a child of Gith, not discarded rat flesh. Am I not due your respect?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Let the Istik with you speak, and I will decide what respect you're owed.
Interesting. She would prefer to talk to us rather than Lae'zel. I prefer Lae'zel to speak on my behalf. What does the Zaith'isk do? What are you hoping to learn from dissecting that thing? Is that thing's host still alive? Probably not. I've got a tadpole needs removing. Can you help me? What does the Zaith'isk do?
The Zaith'isk is our last means of defense. It is used for the removal of illithid tadpoles. Why do you want to know?
I am curious. She is facing us. So I typically don't step out of conversations. But we want to steal that. Is there any way I can get Astarion over here with stealth? No, not really. Standing here, his chances of stealthing is very low.
Time for discretion.
let's step away. Go into stealth. Oh, not dash. Stealth. Come on, man.
Tricks into the shadows. Let's keep to the shadows.
Is this stealth?
The shadows. On tippy toes.
Yes. I mean, he'll have to walk right in front of her, but I think he's able to make the stealth check at that point. Oh, shrouded in shadows, become invisible for 2 turns. We become visible if we take an action. The question will be, do we become visible after he takes the action? Alright, let's go into turn-based. Okay, we can't. Become invisible. Are you invisible? Yes. So her attitude towards Astarion went down by 5, whatever that means. So, no, it did not work. She clearly saw us take
You
it.
were seen stealing. Resolving this peacefully will require more caution than you displayed in getting caught.
Yes. Hold firm, what was taken is now yours?
Your refusal is not accepted. The items will be retrieved. From your corpse, if necessary.
She is considered temporarily hostile. Do I want to keep that? There was a lot of questions of how this would play out. It's possible if I had... If I'd had Astarion take it and then immediately run, maybe that could have worked. Anyway, temporarily hostile, I think means that if we leave... Here, let's verify exactly how that's phrased. If you knock out this entity or flee from combat, it may harbor some resentment towards you, but will not remain hostile. So, Astarion, flee. Hit for 4 damage. Oh, she got to do extra psychic damage. That's not fair.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Rest of us will do the same. Just try and bail out of here.
Time to press ahead.
Hoping that we can tuck around corners where she won't be able to see us easily. And that might help as well.
Got to focus.
So we'll dash. I suppose I should be jumping to get even further distance in our run.
On I go. I will ascend.
And then same thing with you, dash. Jump. Your jump is so good. There. Sure, you tuck back here. Hopefully everyone else doesn't immediately become hostile. Ray of Sickness on Varric. Do I take the 2d8 damage? possibly being poisoned. Poison gives disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Or do I waste a 3rd level spell? We'll counterspell. Okay, no one else is joining in the fight. Perfect. I was also curious if she would only attack Astarion, but no, she's after all of us. Oh, I messed up my dashes, but that's fine. Astarion, you go way over here. Like 200 feet away. Oh, he's just straight out of the battle now. Okay. For the rest of you that are still in this fight, hi. Might be interesting to send someone to close the door. Probably not Varric, because he seems to be slower than
another step forward.
Others.
Ready.
Shadowheart, you as well can dash. Like, I don't want to attack her because she didn't do anything wrong. She's just responding to Astarion's not stealthy stealing.
On my way.
Victory awaits.
So do I keep running? Because we could jump and dash, close the door, and then run back. But I think we'll end this fight sooner if we just run. But I don't know what sort of effect this is going to have.
Taking position.
Yeah. What this effect this will have on our ability to get cleansed afterwards.
Taking position.
No, you don't need to follow us. Okay. Oh dear. No. Let's just reload. Running from her, I was fine with. I'm not going to get the entire place against us. That's just crazy. Just to get one more Mind Flayer parasite? Nope. Plus, I suspect, long-term, we're probably going to kill all of these Githyanki. They're going to do something to annoy us, and we can just grab the parasite then.
There's a parasite nearby. You should take a closer look.
No. We could try the idea of grabbing it and running. Just to give one more shot at this. So Shroud and Shadows. Grab this. Dash. Run, run, run. Run, run. Run, 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 run. Run? No run? Apparently running's not an option.
You've been caught mid-robbery.
Okay.
Your next move had best be a careful one.
Drop
With
the
your
item.
prize discarded, the matter can rest.
Where did we drop it? It's just gone. Well, that's even worse. Okay. Well, now that we know how that all plays out, where apparently we can't run, I noticed a long pause before she talked to us, and I assumed that was time we could run. But no, it's just the game takes a long time to think about how it wants to respond. Maybe it's because we're in the middle of a conversation, and so it has to figure out how it's going to end that conversation. Who knows? So Astarion will not get involved. We'll just finish up the conversation we've been having.
There's a parasite nearby. You should take a closer look.
I wanted to, but it doesn't seem to be worth it.
Why do you want to know?
Right. My friend is infected. I'm looking for a way to help them. I'm simply keen to learn, and you seem a favorable teacher. Or the obvious answer of, I've got a tadpole of my own. I was hoping you could remove it. I want to learn first before I ask to have you operate on me. So, persuasion. DC 14's easy enough. Oh, certainly with that kind of roll. $32.
I have no desire to teach, though your request is understandable. You do not gain true knowledge by demanding it of others. It must be earned. Let's see what knowledge your labors have borne so far. Tell me, what is your understanding of ceramorphosis?
Pretty good. Please explain to me. Stare blankly at her. I have first-hand knowledge. I'm infected. Seriously? Those are the options you give me. We've had it fully described by both Gale and Lae'zel, and also I think the Myconid and Githyanki, not Githyanki, Illithid that we met in the underground. I think they've all explained it to us, so the fact that we can't explain it right here feels really dumb. Please explain it to me.
The stupidity encouraged on this plane never ceases to amaze me. Listen carefully. The tadpole is a parasite. Once it consumes enough of your brain matter, it instigates an excruciating transformation. Every fiber, every sinew of your being is torn apart and reformed into the repugnant flesh of a Geich or Illithid. That is ceramorphosis.
Yes. Thanks for that. Learn something new every day. Now, I was actually hoping to know about your device.
A facile achievement for those who know so little to begin with.
So dumb that I couldn't respond. Discover the artifact's secrets. No. Find the blood of Lathander. Ooh. Yeah, we do have more for her quest. Speak to her about the parasite in our heads. We found the Crush Infirmary. We should speak to her. Yeah. Okay. And then find a cure. Okay. I guess we'll talk to her again.
Bothering me. If you have questions, read a book.
Okay, so there is no way to get her to tell us more about the device, which is a shame. All right, I have a confession. I have been tadpoled and I need help.
You must be desperate to seek my aid. Tell me, how long have you been infected?
A few days. I stopped counting when I ran out of fingers. Wow, that is a dumb response. Longer than you'd expect ceramorphosis to take, and with none of the symptoms. Too long. Just get this thing out of me. I'm gonna go with the second answer. Running out of fingers just sounds like a low intelligence answer. Longer than you'd expect ceramorphosis to take, and with none of the symptoms.
Fascinating. So you're conscious of your infection, but showing no signs of cerebral impairment. Either your tadpole is special, or you are. We must find out which. Go to the Zaith'isk. I will ensure you are cured.
Now are you going to answer what the Zaith'isk will do? Give my thanks. Actually, maybe I'll come back later. Yeah, what will the Zaith'isk do?
It will relieve you of the specimen lodged in your cerebral cortex. What else? It will be worth it, I assure you. Even Githyanki rarely experiences Zaith'isk. You are very lucky, Istik.
Hey. Ooh. Ooh. Astarion just succeeded on a stealth check. No.
Neither seen nor heard. Radio or not.
Come on, you are out of our line of sight.
Be very, very quiet.
Move that out of the way.
Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
I didn't take it. I just moved it. I was hoping I could move it out of the way and then step into that spot, but that appears to be a no.
On the hunt.
You were seen stealing.
Ah.
Resolving this.
Her back was turned. I had to try it.
A parasite, brimming with magic. Take it.
Alright. Stop stealthing, Astarion.
Keep your blade close.
I've got a long road ahead.
The device is strange, made of taut flesh and pockmarked metal. It waits for something.
The Zaith'isk. Vlaakith's purity distilled. My duty. My right.
Go ahead, Lae'zel, you've earned it. Stand back, I'm going first. Examine the device. I mean, that's what I've been asking the whole time, is what this device is. It looks like a skull or something of some creature. We are not going to do well on this. Chances aren't great. Never mind. If you roll high enough, it doesn't matter how bad your chances are.
The device is an ingenious synthesis of illithid anatomy and metal alloys. It hums with psionic energy, hinting at paths into unknown minds and unseen planes.
Stand aside. My time has come.
Fine, Lae'zel, you have earned it.
Praise Vlaakith. Let it be done.
Sit, child. Let the Zaith'isk end your suffering.
Certainly looks cool.
You must focus on the parasite at all times. The Zaith'isk will do the rest.
An unseen blade cleaves your mind in two. Impossible pain sears your bones and body in concert with Lae'zel's. The Zaith'isk's psionic forces batter Lae'zel's thoughts. There is no chance she will survive this unscathed.
Yes, child. Speak the Talakit. Meditate on its verses.
You feel Lae'zel's mind rip and rupture. Is this purification? Is this the cure?
Persuasion, get out of there, Lae'zel. You won't survive this anguish. Wisdom, call on your parasite. Show Lae'zel what she stands to lose. Plead with the doctor, Lae'zel's in great pain, or endure, Lae'zel, the cure is worth the torment. Wait and watch. So, I guess the question... We have our log. What is it? Zaith'isk's silent forces batter. There is no chance she will survive this unscathed. Is that something that we believe, or is that something we know? Because if that's an opinion, then the doctor probably knows better. But if we know for certain this is going to have permanent consequences... I mean, part of me likes the show Lae'zel what she stands to lose. Because we've been hoping that she would choose the parasite, but obviously she hasn't yet. But being cured is probably better than relying on or enhancing the parasite's power it gives us. I'm actually going to tell her to endure. The cure is worth the torment. That is what Lae'zel is wanting. She's going through her speech to Vlaakith. And I'm curious to see how this plays out. But there's a reasonable chance if this does do permanent harm, I might re-roll it. Like, reload and try again.
The cure! Vlaakith Zaith'isk is
You share in Lae'zel's agony. Every cell within her skull bursts into a constellation of fragments, sorted and reassembled. Lae'zel will die if she remains.
Yes, child. Jamar, Zala, Vlaakith, call to your queen!
My queen! Hear me!
That thing's killing her!
Your vision narrows. You sense myriad specters of Githyanki past. This is their fate. This is their anguish.
Wisdom. Seek answers within the Zaith'isk. What is this vision? Deception. You must listen. Device is changing you. You're becoming a lithid. Ha. Keep focused, Lae'zel. The cure is close. So, the idea that it'll kill her. We've got Withers, who can bring people back, as well as Shadowheart has a resurrection spell. So death is not the end. Like, death is not something that our party necessarily needs to fear, as Astarion well knows at this point. So, I'm not necessarily afraid of it killing her. Because we should be able to just bring her back. Unless the game puts some sort of weird state where it's, oh, she died and can't be resurrected because she was super dead as opposed to normal dead or something. But first, we will try this wisdom check. See if we can figure out what the vision is. We've already got guidance. We could give ourselves advantage rather than guidance. No, we gotta go with the guidance, because advantage means we'd have to roll a nat 20 to succeed. Guidance gives us a chance on a lower roll, but less dice. So, yeah. We're probably not going to succeed regardless, though. Unless the dice are on fire right now. And they are not. That's fine. It would have been nice to know what that vision was, but...
The pain is too great. The visions flicker, but refuse to come into focus.
Keep focused, Lae'zel. The cure is close.
Yes! Yes! Relieve me, Vlaakith!
Yes, child. Fate's her will.
Your marrow quakes within your bones. Behind the pain, a new sensation rises. Power.
Remove her!
Okay. Also, it's interesting that we are getting so affected here, but Shadowheart and Astarion are not. They're just fine, but we are feeling all of her pain. So we can do deception again. The Dream Visitor wants her removed. I'm less inclined to follow that. Focus our mind, try to overload the device. Draw on the Zaith'isk power, take it as your own. Ooh. Oh, I do like that. I do like that. But we've gone this far. I'm gonna let it keep writing, see if Lae'zel can actually get herself cured, even if it kills her temporarily in the process. Is this in fact a cure? Embrace the pain, Lae'zel, be pure.
My queen! Make me whole! Enough!
The Dream Visitor overloaded.
The parasite. I still feel it. I am Githyanki. I will not be gay. My life's work gone. And yet she lives. And so does her parasite.
Her voice cuts with a fanatical edge, an obsession bordering on mania. If there's a chance the parasite lives, she wants it.
Parasite lives, yes, and thank goodness it saved her. Your Zaith'isk tried to kill Lae'zel and failed. Deception, you're wrong. Can't you see it in her eyes? The parasite's dead. I think she's well aware that the Zaith'isk doesn't kill parasites. She doesn't want the parasites dead. She wants them captured so that she can study them. Although if the goal was just to kill the infected, there's easier ways, so maybe it was supposed to kill the parasite. I don't know. But it was definitely supposed to kill Lae'zel. Your Zaith'isk tried to kill Lae'zel and failed.
The Zaith'isk does not fail. The only variable in this experience was you and your parasite. And I will uncover how this happened. Wait here. I will gather my tools.
No! I followed the protocol! I must be cleansed!
Let's talk quick.
Too close. I followed protocol. I kept to my faith. Yet the Zaith'isk might have killed me. The Ghustil tampered with it. Traitor. And there may be more still. This must be why the Inquisitors come.
A traitorous doctor? How could you be so sure? A traitor so common among the Githyanki. How about a thank you? I just saved your life. No, I didn't. I stood around and did nothing. You were so close to a cure. If only you held on longer. Are traitors so common among Githyanki?
Vlaakith has taught us of a Sharlak. Traitors hunted, slaughtered, and erased from our histories. Few would dare dishonor their queen. Fewer still would be so brazen. Now hurry. We must go to the Chirai and inform him of the Doctor's sedition.
Here goes nothing.
Alright. Starion.
Well, hello. Very well then.
Hello? No. Get over here. Lockpick. That one. So we are trying to get back quickly to the Inquisitor to report the traitorous doctor. Although the Inquisitor left, I thought.
Alright, what now?
Hurt the infected only.
Hello, you. So I guess we do have to fight our way through here, it seems. Are we really going to kill all the Githyanki? Because... I mean, I'm guessing the Doctor's not actually a traitor. I think all of the... Githyanki are against us. Yeah. But I think we're gonna end up murdering them all, which I feel slightly bad about. Where are the young children? Are we gonna have to kill them too? Thankfully, they don't seem to be around. Just the older people. Bunch of level 3s, a couple of level 5s. You have 68 health. What makes you special? Elemental Infusion. When you deal acid, cold, fire, lightning, thunder damage using a spell or cantrip, that element infuses your weapon. Till the end of your next turn, you deal an additional d4 damage of that element. That's fine. The Githyanki casts a spell or cantrip. They can make a weapon attack using a bonus action. Psionic Empowerment. You deal an extra 1d6 psychic damage. Advantage to maintain concentration. Opportunity spells. Cool. You are scary. Aberration Hunter. The Githyanki wearing this amulet has advantage on intelligence saving throws. Aberrations also disadvantage on attack rolls against them. Okay, you're not that scary based on what you have. Definitely a wizard. With that high of an int, almost certainly. And mage armor. AC 13 is terrible, particularly with mage armor already on you. Wow, you are going to die. What was your AC? 16 is a bit scarier. Well, I think Fireball is always the fun way to start these fights. Particularly when they're grouped that closely to each other. I don't need to explode the chest, so we'll just shoot it here. This guy's almost dead. Sorry, Ardent Kushrak, you are too weak. Oh, we straight up actually killed one of the youth. Two of the youth. Sorry guys, you are on the wrong side of this fight. Pull back a touch.
I will ascend.
Lae'zel, you can get over to this guy. Starion.
Can you feel death's cold grip?
Can barely get to this guy. Why is your movement so bad? Probably because he unlocked the door and that counted as part of his combat turn.
Time to move.
Alright, you can only get to this guy.
Victory awaits.
Lae'zel, you go here. That will give Astarion sneak attack stuff. Could go Psionic Overload as a reasonable choice. And he is getting Underdog Bravery, which means he's considered being threatened by this guy, I guess. That Underdog Bravery is never super clear of why it works and when. But yes, use that. And then make 2 offhand attacks. Actually, better yet, Vampiric Bite. Get some healing, make yourself happy, make him bloodless. There we go. Alright, he's nearly dead. But that is Astarion's whole turn.
But to keep going.
Lae'zel, you could finish this guy off for me. Actually, use Menacing Attack for that extra damage. He's down. Menacing Attack on this kid. Not kid, that's the Ardent. So we've got this person. Oh, you're also a level 5. What do you have special? +2 to range attacks. You can fire a crossbow and point blank. Piercing shots inflict gaping wounds for twice as long. And you get an extra attack, so 2 attacks in a turn. Alright, you've got some problematic abilities. I guess we can't actually move any farther. I could action surge, but I'm not going to. Varric, I'm pretty happy with your turn. Shadowheart, now you get to actually do something. We could do Bless. Would break concentration on guidance, not that that terribly matters. So if you attacked 55%, 55 there, spells go up to 65 as an attack. Or do I Bless? We'll go Bless. You gotta step forward so that you can hit those two as well. Wait, which one did I not select? Varric. You can't select Varric? Is he out of line of sight? There we go. Bless didn't work, was it? Oh, you cast Counterspell. How dare. Well, you also pull back into hiding. Oh, we have another youth that was hiding. Who wants to join the fight? Ray of Sickness on Lae'zel. I don't really want her to have disadvantage due to poison, but she'll probably make the save because it's a con save. So then I'm only dealing with about 8 damage, which I think is fine, because that's a cantrip? No, level 1 spell. I'll let it hit. I think Lae'zel will be fine with it. Yeah. She made her save. Healing Word. As a 3rd level spell, because you've gone up to 3d4. Plus 4. So wasting a 3rd level slot to heal someone? I think I'll let that go as well. You waste your spell slots. Because that's her. But again, a couple of hits from our people and she's dead. So, meh. 14 hit points isn't going to change that by much. You're actually running into combat. You have no AC. Ow. Alright, Astarion. Oh, and you also gained 8 temporary hit points. That sucks. Dude, is that the rallied effect? 8 temporary hit points by friendly combatants rallying cry. Okay. Yeah. How about you just murder this Ghustil? Because I kind of don't like her. There's one. We got our sneak attack in. Attack 2. She's dead. Next attack. Alright. Good turn for you. Oh, right. We should be... Oh, I was going to say we should be menacing, but I already killed you. That was
on the move.
Really fast. Alright, we will menace you. So then we still have Astarion and Shadowheart's turns.
All that matters.
You have 11 hit points. Single magic missile is not going to kill you, sadly. Unlikely. It could. We could go Scorching Ray to increase our chances. Shadowheart, what can you do? You're going to waste some higher level spells. 55%. 50%. 65 if I do this. I assume same here, 65. Yeah, try using this.
No mercy.
If it works, we're good. You survived. Well, how about that with 1 hit point?
Can't even catch my breath.
Alright. Varric cannot get there because Shadowheart is blocking the door. Please stop blocking the door.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Alright, basic cantrip. 98% with advantage.
You've made a grave mistake. Still breathing.
Anything you want to say, Lae'zel?
To the Inquisitor at the crash. The Zaith'isk's failure must be reported.
Hatchery with a single egg. How many does a clutch usually contain? Huh. We can't talk about the fact that they were all out there and all of them attacking us. But we can go through all these questions. Man, this video is getting long. I should have stopped. Well, we'll finish this conversation. Hatchery with a single egg. How many does a clutch usually contain?
Kalir's clutch held 3 dozen eggs, more or less. Though I've learned of creches that harbored 100.
That's why you were saying that it was too few. You think he looked quite humanoid? How did you evolve to lay eggs? Who does the laying? I'm curious about the logistics. On to other matters. How did you evolve to lay eggs?
Humanoid. How I despise the term. Githyanki are quite superior to humans.
Sure.
Our biology slates state that Githyanki came to lay eggs after we escaped Illithid enslavement and took to the astral plane. It's an asexual process, a favorable change by any estimation. Hideous to imagine a life where I couldn't partake in the pleasures of sex without the looming threat of bearing children.
Huh. Sure. And who does the laying? I'm curious about the logistics.
Shukiani. Githyanki chosen by Vlaakith herself to bear young. The Queen assigns when and where they must lay, and how many eggs they must bear. The Shukiani pass their eggs in the material plane. In the astral, time barely passes. It is a meticulous process, carefully timed so that the eggs hatch at once.
Alright, on to other matters. It's a strange process. The crash training room was illuminating. Are all Gith instructors always so brutal?
My own Savage would never have threatened a youngling. A waste of time and energy. The pupils themselves culled the weak from their ranks. I myself felled 4 of my own classmates once Kalir had 100 times circled Tyrell.
Awful. Is life not precious to the Githyanki? For what reason? Rage? Entertainment? That's incredible. I've no doubt they deserved it. Yeah, that's awful. She's probably going to get disappointment ranked with her, but I'm going to say it. Is life not precious to the Githyanki?
Not every life is equal. My people have no use for cowards. Every trainee that I slayed was either too weak to withstand the lessons, or was cocky enough to pick a fight they could never win. Their lives were not precious. They were a blight that required expunging. The Githyanki are only as powerful as their weakest warrior. Jaquith de Venzir, the termination of the frail, strengthens us.
I mean, there's something to be said for that. Obviously, we as people believe that all life is precious, but I can understand, and lots of cultures throughout history have had the viewpoint that if you choose a standard and kill everyone below it, you can strengthen your race. So it's not terribly surprising that Githyanki subscribed to that philosophy. Let's ask about the disc from the crash.
Your mind connects with Lae'zel's, and together you envision the Githyanki disc.
Another part of the Orpheus tale. This one has been translated to Common.
I'd like to hear you tell the story.
Fine. The Prince of the Comet, Part 2. The Prince of the Comet, Orpheus himself, led his honor guard into battle. Their red dragons bellowed with righteous anger, and the heavens erupted. The glorious prince cried to all who could hear him, "Praise be to my mother Gith, the queen of the one sky, sacrificed to the hells by the renegade Vlaakith." But the true heir, the prince of the comet, could not overcome Vlaakith's knights and their ill-gotten worms. Mighty Voss, Ghustil Kithrak, lit the astral sky aflame. When the ash had cleared, beloved Orpheus was gone.
I'm surprised she was willing to say it.
Glorious prince. There's no greater crime than to exalt the pretender called Orpheus.
All right. We are going to end the episode here. It's gone on far too long, but I just kept going. So yeah, we're going to end the episode here. Next time, we will continue and try and get to the interrogator, I suppose. I think that's the name they were giving to us to report that the Ghustil and the Zaith'isk were corrupted. See you then.